Hey y'all, it is May the 13th, 2019. I hope everybody out there is well. I wanted to just make this quick video. I'm going to post it up to YouTube and BitChute. It's not much, it's just me talking right quick. Um, but I want to post it up just to give y'all an update as far as what's going on this channel if you're concerned and you're here. So just want to let you know that, I've been trying to get it installed in my lifestyle. All the things that I do, and it's a lot of different things, and I'm sure you do a lot of different things. You might find yourself rushing. Thing is, when I'm rushing in my life, a lot of stuff gets lost, this and that. Just stuff gets all muddled up, mixed up. All right, so I'm seeing that for what it is, and I'm therefore trying to get stuff in precise order. Right, and whatever I do, I want to make sure that I can focus on it 100%. As far as lately, it hasn't been the case. The thing is, I've been looking for a new place, found a new place. That's the thing. It's been developments. Got a move-in date and everything at the end of the month. Right. So that's what we're looking at the next couple of weeks and stuff. I'm getting ready for that. I want to get that very well situated. And of course, I do have to get some more money. All right. I'm talking about getting more money and I have to get it soon. All right. I think a lot of y'all know what I'm talking about out there. Um, so I had to get a second job. I actually have an interview for a second job and it looks pretty promising. We'll see how it goes. All right. For some stuff, I got some experience in for real. But I got an interview tomorrow about a second job. Got to get that down. The thing is, hopefully that can all take place within now and the end of the month. We'll see. There might have to be a plan B, plan C's. But that looks pretty good. I'm getting all that together. I got a sweet new whip. All right, now that I gotta actually look into it tomorrow, talk to this guy real quick tomorrow. I might have a sweet new whip to show y'all. All right, pretty soon. So all sort of developments. Here's the thing. It's all taking time. Like I said, I'm not trying to rush anything. So I've been trying to shoot videos, this and that. Of course, there's news. We're overwhelmed with news all the time. But I didn't want to rush that sort of thing, right? And so I might need to get stuff a little bit more, like I say, concrete. I don't want to rush in between things, all right? I want to dive 100% into certain things and stuff, and get carried away like I do. But the thing is, when it's time to go to work, I got to be at work on time. I can't be stressing, right? And I do want to point that out as far as the world goes. There's a lot of stressing going on, right? And basically, if you're anything like me, you get stressed out, you get into your imagination, right? And you start kind of wandering off. You're not really thinking. You're not thinking clearly. You're not seeing things for what they are. You're getting misinterpretations. You're seeing through some stupid goggles. Basically, you're very stupid. I am, at least. I'm talking about me when I'm rushing in between things. All right, so that's why there hasn't been many videos, but I've been seeing a lot of y'all out there doing your thing. Here's the thing, the truth is coming out regardless, whether I'm here or not. So I feel very, very secure in that. That it's coming out, trust me, all over the place. We got Joseph Callens out there, we got Joe Greens out there, we got all sort of people who you don't even know about yet that are coming out and they're doing, we got one person who I'm going to mention shortly, who I definitely think you should watch for. Everybody should watch for him, and I'm going to leave a link below. But you got Joe Greens, you got all sort of people just trying to get to the bottom of Anthony 2B's. The list can go on and on and on and on and on and on, because I don't know all the people who's getting to the bottom of the truth, but they're doing so upon the internet. Everybody can feast their eyes on it if they want. But I did want to add, and it's kind of the theme of this video, is that, shouldn't stress, all right? Because that's only going to cause you to make mistakes. All right, that being said, a lot of stuff's going on. it's hard to touch on all of it. We're gonna make an appropriate video in which we touch on a lot of it. Maybe tomorrow. The thing is, I tried to make it today. There's gonna be more news items tomorrow. I might as well just tack it on, make it a one big video tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes. All right. But in the meantime, I want to talk about one specific news article. May or may not have heard of it. Who knows in the scheme of things how big of an item it is, but I'm here to tell you that in my perspective, it is the biggest of items. Right, the biggest of news items on our plate today, and it's a small girl named Maleah Davis from out of Houston. She went missing. They're pretty sure she ain't no longer with us. If you haven't heard about it, okay, this girl, and a 4-year-old girl, gets missing in Houston. All right, all sort of wild stories start coming out why she's missing, and none of it's adding up. All right, people go into great length about this, and I'm about to tell you about one of them. I think it's called Injustice Investigations or something. Like I said, I'm gonna leave a link below, and this guy's going hard in the paint about Maleah Davis. She went missing. There's literally no chance she's alive. And people were telling wild stories. Meanwhile, come to find out, chances are most likely this little girl was, just to be frank with you, molested and killed. Perhaps probably dismembered in Houston. And these sort of things do happen in this town too, in San Antonio. It's a big old town. They happen all over the place, even in small towns. All right. And for anybody out there, anybody else, I don't care what you're thinking about. If you're thinking about Donald Trump, all right, I don't care if you're thinking about school bullying and all the different various things people think about on the internet, but none of that matters. At the end of the day, it was what's happening inside these homes. These children, they're in danger, all right? They stay in danger and they live in danger. People might want to talk about school bullying. Kids are lucky if they make it to school sometimes. All right, so she lived a nightmare of a life, and you can look all into it. And like I said, Injustice Investigations, he done dived all into it. She lives a nightmare of a life until she's no longer with us. All right. And there's a lot of reasons why, I feel for this little girl, but I do want to point out that she has the same last name, Davis, as a girl who, I did a lot of stories on. I did a lot of covering Caitlin Nicole Davis a long time ago. It was a young girl, 12 years old, committed suicide, all right, hung herself in a front yard, and it's just like, wow. A lot of people still cover that incident, the Caitlin Nicole Davis thing, all right? As far as Maleah Davis, what I can promise you is people ain't going to never stop talking about this. And there's so many other situations that have played out and play out all around us, and people ain't going to stop talking about this. But you got to understand, this is the biggest issue at hand, right? Because let's think about it simply. If you can't take care of, as men who need to step up sincerely and grow up, and women too, but as men, if you can't keep your house in order, if you can't take care of your dang children, if you can't even so much take care of your dang pets, and I've seen it all, saying we're always going to have a problem, Donald Trump or not, all right, for all the people who are playing around. That is the biggest problem, what's taking place in these homes. I don't even want to think about nothing else before that. Nightmares are taking place. And there's patterns to this. People see what the hell is going on. All right, we're not going to shut up about it. All right, I just wanted to bring that to the forefront today. Like I said, Injustice Investigations really holding it down. Here's the last note that I want to put out, and a lot of people have been putting it out. Shout out my man Tommy Sotomayor. The mother, see, here's the thing, how the scenario plays out typically is that this stepfather who had no business living with another man's child, stepfather was in there, he's molesting this 4-year-old for who knows how long. He's the boyfriend. Isn't this sound typical? It's a typical situation, right? So he's a boyfriend, and he's molesting this little girl for who knows how long. To the point is her mom leaves out for whatever reason. This is the alibi for her dad's funeral, whatever. The child winds up getting, I guess, I mean, it's pretty well documented, molested and then gotten rid of. All right, this child. And of course, you got people that are up in arms. There's some big mobs for this guy, and there should be. I mean, the thing is, if he's found guilty of this, we don't need any prisons for this guy. All right? We don't have a prison big enough for this guy. Obviously. But what Injustice Investigations brings out, that a lot of people miss. I want to suggest to you that these people are blind. A lot of people miss is that mother also needs to go to a jail, in fact, up under a jail. The mother of this daughter. For all sort of reasons, all right? For any number of reasons, for a whole world of reasons does she need to go up under the prison. Here's the thing, I don't think it's going to happen. I doubt it's going to happen. In fact, people are making petitions. Maybe if we make enough petitions, it might happen. But you got to understand, if nobody intervened here, all sort of injustice would take place. All right, that mother might as well be equally as guilty of her daughter's death and bullshitting about it afterwards. All right, she for sure needs to go to prison or up under the prison for anybody to have justice. All right. So as far as all the other injustices, there's priorities. There's a sequence of things to think about. All right, we probably keep it simple. All right, I don't know what's wrong with these people. All right, we're gonna get out of here so it's not too long of a video. I don't know what it's said to say that these people, they don't have God. All right, they don't even know what it means. They don't know they don't know what we're talking about when we say we have God. All right, these people get so stressed out and so in their imaginations, and they get so warped by the world that somehow they start doing these things and they can't even control it. They can't even control what they do, these heinous things, right? And I'm not here to make excuses for nobody, but you can imagine their whole life is stressed out. They're very stressed out people. They're always faking and pretending and acting in front of everybody. Acting like they're, quote, normal. Right? And meanwhile, they're all stressed in their head. They're living in their imagination. Satan is talking to them in all sort of voices. Don't ever take too much heed to voices in your head. I can promise you that. But they're taking heed to all these voices getting stressed out, and they're taking it out on little children. All right, which is something that we cannot afford in this country. All right, I want to be very clear. We cannot even afford it. All right, and this is how those people live. So, I guess in the end, at the end of at the end of the day, what I wanted to say is, stress ain't good. It ain't a good thing. All right, we need to get our lives in order so that we don't have to stress, and then we have to deal with what's unaffordable. Right, and do away with it or whatever have we through the legal system, all legally and lawfully, just so that y'all know. Anyways, I'll holler at y'all and I appreciate y'all. It's May the 13th, 2019.